Unfortunately though, the bit I want to come from, which would sound great, we kind of don't do. You can't do it without doing the same bit twice, because it comes after the da, all that stuff, doesn't it? So you'd have to leave out the reprise bit of the behind the lines bit, which you don't want to do. Really.
Well, if we're not doing behind,
there might be a way of using a bit of it.
We can always make behind the lines at the beginning a little longer.
Well, we could do it.
It feels quite quick when we get into it.
Well, obviously the way to do it then would be to go a second time to the other bit, but whether that would be a bit fun.
Does that give away to again then before you play it?
Well, no, you wouldn't play that bit. You could still do it from.
Which is the bit you're doing it twice.
Go on the piano, play something.
Well, obviously the original Duke's Travels, you got the. Would obviously work. We are stepping in the wrong key in that now, but one could probably make it so one, do something to make it work. But that's sort of how I originally heard it. But then the trouble is to get to that bit, it comes after the which at the moment we then go back into another round of all that stuff. So if we can find a way that comes out of that. Well, even if it just went straight in almost, that would be another way of doing it. So we thought that was the other thing we did think about.
That feels because you're slowing down a bit, which means the change of tempo would work great.
Yeah. Well, if we can get into that, then I'm just not quite sure how to do it.
A bit first for
is there a way one can get into it without doing the other bit?
And the other bit is down to down to down.
Well, that comes out of obviously.
Turn it on again.
Yeah, because that's right, but it also comes out of the other bit. Well, you need to do the turn again bit. You can come out of that because obviously it comes after this bit as well. These sort of. Right. And we do it then. We don't do it so long. There you go. So you do the same bit there, but then you can't leave out the other bit. But it's still the same length then. Yeah, I know. Well, you could do it's whether you could go. I don't think you can give away the turn on again bit. Anyway.
I don't think you want to.
No, I wouldn't help it.
Before we even get to that, we couldn't do any more lines. We've done the lines about enough. We couldn't go around.
I sort of think that you can't do that riff any more times. That's my feeling about it. So, but maybe.
It seems a little bit funny, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's funny. This is like the old overtures, Well,
you're talking my language, baby.
I love overtures. It's sort of little giveaways about all sorts of things.
Second half, everybody comes in from the bar. Another overture. I love it. It didn't happen, unfortunately. My next time.
She said right, your own big overture, thinking about the main thing. Yeah. Well. I mean, obviously you can, one can just go down, so you're just going straight in, one can do that.
Faster or too fast?
Same time, yeah, I think.
Too fast?
No, it's sounding good.
Well, you said is it fast?
Oh, it's just slow. It's a bit slow today.
Huh?
Oh, it's a bit slow today.
Yeah. Well, you're stuck, aren't you? With the echo.
I'll tap in it.
We're going to take it up a little bit.
We're going to take it up a little bit.
Turn it on again.
I'm going to take it up a little bit.
So the pedal's going to be in the right.
Yeah, I just tap it up
like that. Yeah, well, you did.
We didn't carry on.
The count should be keen, but the pedals came in.
I know. Well, first of all, it sounds too fast. That's the first thing. I thought, fuck, this is too fast. Turn it on again.
Turning on is pretty quick.
I mean, it was really quick.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I mean,
the whole song was too quick.
I think just we could have done with this, just the energy, the other speed, but just the energy. And then,
It's always dangerous to change something you changed just before.
and so I was like, okay, the audience will clap. And I thought. Then I said, what? And then the bass pedals came in at the same time. I thought,
you went, and I couldn't.
well, you went, and I thought, okay,
you're right. You should go. You should go.
I kept on going, I thought,
You
well,
kept
keep on
going. That's why I said to you, just keep going.
No, that's fine. But really, the count, I should have gone.
Yeah, you should have done
But I wasn't sure whether you stopped. I couldn't hear you.
Well, I didn't hear you enough.
Probably
But I
didn't
kind
sound
of heard
bad.
the second and third chord, so I figured, no, he's going. It's fair enough. I did start a count. You know,
It probably didn't
I just
sound
thought
as
it
bad
was
up front
safer.
because the piano sounds big. You know
I
what I
thought it
mean?
would sound
Yeah,
worse
and
if I
by the-
stopped. And then one mic.
Yeah. I mean, you came in at a lot.
yeah.
That's okay like that.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
But from that moment, I just was thinking, this is too fast. I can't even sing this fast.
For some reason, your guitar was much louder in my hands than before. Was it loud?
My amp was like blasting.
No, some of mine's great. Some of mine every
Obviously,
second
somebody
was
hit the
fine.
loud.
It's like,
Alright, Los Angeles was very loud. I mean, it's okay. I can...
All right.
I haven't got that in my count. I'm not plugged in. Thought you played a bit quiet.
Come on. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Plugged in?
Yeah.
Turned on?
Yeah.
On the edge?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much going on. It's just like three things on the screen, and everyone else on the screen.
But you don't think when we've got this huge, amazing video screen that the first time we show it off, we should say,
Well, it's Cage.
this is it, exactly. And if we've shown anything on it before that, have we not?
No, well, you got.
No,
I
I
mean,
think so. Then
you've
people
got
just
to-
think it's, you
you've
know,
got to show the
might
clocks.
not show, know what it is. They'll know what it is actually. But
The clock's in three places. The face is in three places. You're not
I
showing.
think so. They're very limited use of them. Let's see what, you know, I mean, if we get that.
So you show three faces and then your three clocks after that.
Three what?
Three clocks. Three clocks, you mean?
Oh, they're clocks. Sorry.
No, the clocks are no son of mine.
Oh, I thought you were.
What's clocks? Clocks.
Three cocks.
Three clocks.
Three clocks.
I don't know what sort of show you think you're doing here. Okay. I'm not in Vegas now.
Kind of fusion. Basically, we've taken the still from the single cover and got as high res file as we can get, which gives us.
So what we did before, it was just when it started. First of all, Mike came in because he played the guitar riff, and then Phil came in because he sang, and then I came in because I started playing. So we did the three separate. I don't want to do that again, but that's what we did.
You should have them separate, shouldn't you?
I think so. And how wide apart are they going to be?
We took those from the video.
Yeah, whether we use them, I don't know. Maybe it's too early on. I don't know.
Well, the only thing is, remember that although apart from our intro, there's probably no video in Duke or Turn It On Again, and the third number is where we were going to introduce video. And
I'm saying, no, you've got the three faces, haven't you, that we used last time, but you've also got a couple of things from the video he's taken, which I don't know if you want to use them.
If you want to use them,
I'm not sure you do. Do you want to just play them?
So the Cage is, if we go by there, Cage is where you really show the screen.
I'm just thinking the first time maybe it should be a bit more grandiose. What's something. The only other way you could do it, I don't know if it works musically, is to switch those two. Does that work or not?
Well,
I like what we've got down to the
I think if you treat both those songs as sort of like minimal video, like we're using really, that's sort of all right. And then you hold the big stuff back for Cage, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean minimal video is fine, but if it's the first video, it's saying we've got the biggest video screen in the world.
We don't use
these are the three faces, so you don't really know the stuff in between. You with me?
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So what would it
use?
But in fact, then Cage becomes
The first moment.
yeah, which is good. I think
Okay,
what would be
yeah,
good is if you could give us
the faces individually.
so you have the individual ones.
Yeah.
So that we can use them as when, and then leave it up there, and then move the next one on, which is sort of simple, but that could work pretty well again, I think.
Okay.
And then when we
You're
just
not going
put
to use any other characters, are you?
well, we just
do you want to-
I think
No,
those are not really relevant.
No, I mean,
if
we
you
could go them
regular
off,
like
but
that,
yeah, I don't think.
we did talk about it, but I think
we just struggled to pull things off
Yeah, I
the video.
think so.
It's just
I think
really.
it's better just.
Yeah. Occasionally look very good, I think.
yeah.
But it could also be iMac, for the first time.
You know that bit, Chester, that Tony wanted out? Well, he's decided to put it back in again.
Which bit was there?
No, we're going to go back to the original. Down the 3/4 bit. After.
I like.
You reserve your right.
Judgments, you know. I've learnt all this stuff. Might as well bloody play it. That's what I think.
You used to be indecisive, now you're not so sure.
Yeah. Do it.
Well, it doesn't very. Because every time we play, I hear this weird thing, and I always think it's my ears.
Well, no, that's the chord's right, but it's just that obviously it's different from what we used to do because we're having to go up a key now because Cage is down. So it's a different from what we did on the last tour.
Okay.
But if
my ears are trying to go back to that.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, most of the audience will be thinking, but that's well, we could do something different. It's just that's what we came up with on a particular day back in October or something. You know?
We have a look, because it's very jazzy. It's too jazzy.
Yeah, it's too jazzy. Okay.
There's a lot of notes in there that I'm not ready for. See, I do have this problem with my ear, and I'm thinking it must be me. It must be me. And that's the first time I've read it. Not mine.
It's fun.
We've gone through the cinema show. Da 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 da. Do we know what we're doing?
Well,
do we know what we're doing?
That's a different bit.
You know what we're doing? We fixed it, right?
Not that bit.
So are we going to start?
It's a different bit.
Which bit you fixed then?
Between Cage and Cinema Show.
Okay, what about the bit that we never fix?
I know. That needs to be
Okay,
fixed.
that's what I thought you meant, actually.
No, we haven't really fixed that.
That's the bit. We can stop as we go, you know.
Yeah. What are we going to do?
It's our band.
We should really get a good set without adding too many lights. You know what I mean? I feel that's the
No,
way
but
to do it.
we're quite close to it, and I think some of it's to do with the colour, some of it's to do with the position, some of it's to do with how we use it, some of it's to do with the smoke. But a 20k film night is not that. It's an object this big. And they're not that expensive to rent. We've got money in the bank. We've got lights we're going to be sending. No, we've got lights in the bank.
Speak for yourself. Yeah. Oh, right, in the budget.
In the budget. No, we've got lights that we're going to send back that we haven't got room to put in spares. So I don't, it's not going to cost us anymore.
Well, those big things, huge things.
The big, they're the big film HMI lights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big is good. That's the point I feel. You know, the scale of I showed before. You know, the land lights in the past were like a really big bright moment.
What did you do it with before?
I can't remember. I think if you had 3 of the searchlights, one in the centre, one either side, and those 2 big ones
in the doorway, in the wheel into the doorways,
then you'd get that effect.
I still want 6. I think we put them.
You want
6 what?
If we put them in there, we should put all 6.
6
I
what?
think we should mess around and just put 3.
6 what?
Searchlights.
The big lights.
These big lights. So you're talking about the film.
Listen, we've got time. We'll try them. We're clear.
Okay.
We'll get the crew to clear out that area and fiddle around. But we know what we're after.
Let's go to the loo again.
What about hinging this section?
There's a good idea. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So as it comes
a couple of motors on these cables, we lift the cables out of the way.
Attenuators with a garage door sequencer on it, so that as soon as it senses it, that part of the screen. Well, then if that part of the screen opens, the other part.
2 hydraulic rams.
Yeah, and then the other part will do the same thing.
Not a problem at all.
Or what about a trap door here? So it comes here, trap door down, slides forward, ramp up, or maybe both things together. Because we still have some money slopping around in the budget that we're looking to soak up, aren't we?
I thought so, yeah.
I think so. It's
probably the most important thing is that this gets in there.
It's essential, I would say.
Absolutely.
Trying to lose most
to give the kids their money's worth, and basically we haven't got enough lights. If you have a look here, Anthony, we haven't got enough lights in here at the moment.
Right.
That's the reason we're doing it. It's not so much for the effect, it's just there's like a space where there isn't any lights, so.
After we've listened tomorrow, We'll pick up obviously things like ripples and anything else. But we want to. I need to do the fade. We need to do the fade of Hold on My Hand.
Do that tomorrow, yeah.
And we should just don't have to play it, but we just need to listen to the other one, the stadium one. You know, the one we used to do.
Yeah.
Because it's more likely to be like that than maybe what we're doing now.
And what's something I lost? Just
Hold on My Hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. The one. Yeah.
Get that length.
Yeah, because it's a good length.
I think we should play it.
So we know.
When we're recording the DAT, we need to play it so we know where we are.
Of course, yeah. I'll never get there. Yeah.
And then once we get to the end of the song, we can count the bars. By the end of this one, we're out. So if we play it once, just to know where we are when we start the end, beginning of the end, and he gets a number, we shouldn't have to play it again. It's a fade out over 10.
Yeah. When does it start fading? Do you think it starts fading on?
No, it should be out by the end.
Yeah, that's it. But it doesn't start fading until how many bars does it fade over? I mean, it's only about 3 times round or something.
Hold on to my heart. Worry about now. Hold on, just hold on. 7th one is those. You're out by the end of 10. End of 9 you're out. Yeah. So start on 7 and end of 9. Just once, and then if you get a number, at least get a number at the beginning of the end of the song.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to do it with everybody again.
Yeah. So you're gonna come over and
I'll come over when the time is right and do the fade.
Yeah. Okay. And I can hit a mark point.
The voice sounds really great on that. Why can we? I mean, the tone of the voice, not just the singing, it's wonderful, of course. But I mean, on Afterglow, I just felt it didn't have quite that brightness. It didn't have. It had more echo on it and stuff. I mean, that's a different sound.
Yeah, but I'm singing. Hold on.
Yeah, it just sounds great. That.
But I mean, he will ride the voice on the show. He'll ride the voice the whole time.
I understand you're riding the thing. It's not just the level thing. It's just the tone of the voice. I know it's because it's probably quite easy to sing.
It's also what I'm surrounded by, you know, but there's a lot of air in that.
Yeah, I know, that's true. But it's just the first part of Afterglow when you're singing quite low and stuff. It just doesn't have that sort of presence. You know, I mean, you're presumably changing the vocal. Do you change the vocal sounds at all?
I don't think so. Not DAQ, no, at all. Just
a bit of more echo or something. Yeah. I thought just perhaps too much echo on Afterglow.
We'll just check.
But that's personal taste.
Maybe the spin on that end bit should be more like. Well, slightly less of it, so you don't actually get the words. It's more.
Yeah, just sort of floaty.
It's more jelly kind of thing rather than. Otherwise, you get the consonants and all that, and that doesn't sound very.
You're trying to almost too quiet at the end.
And the guitar was
somewhere in between, you know.
The tone at the end is nicer, Mike. It was less bright.
I didn't change the tone. It's just I just turned it down.
Right. Well, it seems to take a bit.
When I first started playing, it was on the edge of. It didn't sound bad to me. It sounded like
it was just a bit spiky sounding.
I didn't change the sound.
But turning it down will probably take a bit. Yeah, top off on it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go do the end. Listen to the end.
I haven't quite got where you end now. So
no, but it's a bit arbitrary.
No, I've got the CD right there. I'm going to listen to it for what we do, and also I need to do that for when we do the fade on the DAT. It'll all come together. It says bum, take a go, bumped.
There's like it's so weird. I thought I'd listened to everything. It's like I missed the second half of that one.
Do you do drum fill into the guitar solo there? Did you do one today?
Well,
doesn't matter. I mean,
I kind of did something. I mean, da 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 da. Is that him or you?
I don't know, you're on your own. That's me, you're before that, yeah.
I go boo.
Do so.
Big is good. I mean, I know the big is good.
We just didn't do a bigger.
Big, you normally used to be quite big there.
Yeah. You playing dun 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 dun?
Yeah.
Slow down then.
Should slow down or just...
No, it's just slow down.
Good start, I guess.
All I can do is tell you what it sounds like. I can't fix it. I can't.
I didn't play it.
This part of that part worked that time, and then it kind of just sort of just slowed down a little bit. That's it.
Yeah. It's meaning, you know. The other thing you were talking about was Follow You, Follow Me, wasn't it? Mike was suggesting that there's a percussion element, it's quite a strong feature on the single, you know.
If we do it,
play it live. Yeah. I think it'd be a good song. I mean, nice song to do.
It was that would sound a bit rough live, I guess. We should listen to the original. Just saying, it's not just the way you drummed it, and Follow You, Follow Me. Those little sort of grace beats, so light, and he played a bit heavy. It didn't sort of quite fit, but that's just a feel thing. You know, listen to it if we're going to do it.
There's no reason, actually. I mean, I've always poo-pooed it, but to do one song, singing from behind the drums. Either.
To do what?
Possibility to do one song from singing from behind the drums.
Yeah, they could do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's possible to do it. Yeah.
That would be the one, wouldn't it?
With screens and stuff. I mean, before you just pushed it back, but
screens. Low budget.
Screen. Sorry.
You've got a big north curtain.
Do the whole thing like that.
I think, you know, the ending of Follow You, Follow Me. No, the 4 bars of basically the feel.
Yeah.
I know you've sort of done that before, right?
You don't know, do you?
I feel probably,
give you that look.
I feel more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I do feel that it's like if you suddenly go, well, you got to be good, you know. You got to, and I'm sort of suddenly got 4 bars of me on the drums, which is, you know, I just feel like, so what do you do that for?
But that'll give him plenty of time to.
But I was imagining you do something around that. You know what I mean? If you want to embellish it.
Well, I just think what Lisa just suggested was a da 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 da. You know, like
well, you did
more.
That, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, he just said we did it before.
They were
in the same field. They were kind of in the same field. I mean,
oh, that's it. Yeah. This guy knows everything. Yeah. Just ask Daryl.
Yeah. No, I was talking about what you used to do.
Musical box.
Right. The end of musical box.
So 4 bars. Is it 4 bars? 2 more, yeah?
Yeah.
2 more. Tea on the way.
We do 2 more, it makes 4.
Just make sure, what do you call a bar? You know, you have to
2 more after 2.
Call a bar is a bar, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
That's right. Okay.
1.
Bar of 8.
2.
Right, so what are we going to do?
Well, we're going to do.
You're going to play. You're going to play this chorus, aren't you?
You're going to like it.
And large gin and tonic, please.
Here's a bar radio.
So that was enough time, right? But I feel fully if I did something that long, right?
Yeah. I was having to stop. I forgot to stop. I left the song too early. I was about 30 seconds early. I forgot the end section. It goes da 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 da. I'd gone. I'd hold on bass by then.
You've already gone.
Da 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 da. I forgot the ending.
Is your sound on Follow You, Follow Me? Because I'm not hearing it.
It should be great, but what's happened? What do you have to do with him actually? Because I
don't mind if it's out there. It's fine.
No. What we have to do because at the moment, you're listening to me. It affects everyone, right? At the moment, you're getting just 1 amp, right?
I'm not getting anything actually. I'll push you out.
No, but normally you get just 1 amp, right?
On a good day. But it just sounds so out of tune to me. That's what I just wondered if it sounded out of tune to you. As
Mike?
Yeah, he sounds fun, doesn't he?
No, in every other song but that one.
What I'm trying to say to you, Tom, is you have 2 amplifiers, right? Yeah. You're hearing one all the time, okay?
It didn't sound.
No,
What,
for this one, you're only hearing one most of the time, right?
Two speakers.
You're hearing just one amplifier, right?
Okay, that's fine.
The flange is on amplifier number 2.
Oh, right.
And so for this song, I have to switch it in, get a nice stereo balance, and it sounds great.
Okay, good.
But
I'm sure it will sound
you can
good.
do, no,
I have
you can do
every
that.
faith in you. Every faith. But in my cans, it just sounds, you know. So it's just me and the drums and the vocal, which is a bit kind of weird.
Well, we should take a second to do it because it sounds better than normal. They've got clean and wobbly this year.
I was just, if it sounds good out there, then I can live with it.
Right.
I just want to make sure that
he's got a board.
It's based on that.
It takes a second just to play it and get a balance that everyone likes. I got no sarcastic comments from the back there. As long as it sounds good out there, you know. It's your crap here, but
That's right.
they hear it good.
You think it's good? That's great.
It's all for the fans.
Who are we to argue?
Yeah. Just right. Can you run it from the top? We just want to make sure we got the right light. It could go off like he'd just unscrewed it or something.
I mean, we have to get the end of Further Fifth. I mean, we're going to leave that till another point.
Leave it, rather than get too bogged down. I prefer to just leave it. It's just to think about chords.
Well, doesn't it go straight? Bum, 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 bum. We used to do.
Yeah, but we're just going bum, 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 bum.
Likes down a key. So you can do it
Let's down a key.
I don't like down a keys.
And then it goes to G.
You mentioned it. I was about to bang in with A.
I know, me too.
So that's.
Okay, well, you're going to find some good chords, aren't you?
I think it sounds okay just going straight from the original one, but you're coming from. Effectively, you've got to get from G to G. That's the trouble. It's always the most difficult change to do.
Go from G to G.
So
we're in G. So how's it end?
If you go to the diminished chord, that sort of goes.
Instead of B flat bass.
Well, you can do the B flat diminished, and that will go back into the G as a sort of bit of kind. It's a bit like that.
Yeah,
it sounds all right.
Let's try it.
I showed you before.
That was yesterday.
Memory of a.
Well, at the moment we're going, you know. So. You just go back to that. I mean,
okay, so
or you could use because we went before, on the last tour, so we went. We can't do that.
We can't do that. Yeah.
I got that.
Okay, I'll just tell you.
Mike.
So you can either do what is the original Further Fifth, the old song. Which
okay, so because it affects us because we're doing down, bum, bum. We just keep going bum, bum. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's
we just
right.
do one.
Well, I think we're going to need at least the one extra chord. I mean, obviously you can do something. You can just go. You can just do, you know. But it's a bit kind of tame now.
No, what you were just doing. Then.
Okay, the original one.
Where are we? At the end?
So well,
Down.
or something.
Yeah. Because you used to da 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 da. You used to go back into Further Fifth. Yeah.
We're not allowed to do that.
So we go on those chords at the end, right? Yeah. Further Fifth. Then we go down. So there's only one then. Down, go gut, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, but it's not a bum, bum. Right? That's what I'm saying. Well, you're not doing it.
Well, I don't know. I'm just playing chords.
Down, gut, bum, bum, gut, bum. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what the original song did. So you can do that.
And then.
Yeah.
Wind them up. We'll start there, right?
Yeah. Okay, why not? Yeah, I haven't really got the tones. They're next to each other at the moment.
Okay.
Well, I've got to go from.
We're just going to do Further Fifth next time.
74.
We used to hang out together.
Yeah, because it's in the area we've done it before.
So we're not going to do it now.
Like I love to do it.
We're going to go on.
Yeah.
wonder how he made 15 albums, really.
I don't know. I still don't know what we're doing.
What? Doctor Who something. So that thing at the end was just like a bum 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 bum. We just was like ding 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 ding. It just ended up being a funny thing, you know.
The dance used to come earlier, didn't it? Yeah, it definitely came after the last chorus, didn't it? Because you ended it by going, didn't you go into the speaking bit afterwards? Because I felt you wanted to do that after you'd danced.
Could be.
Isn't that right?
I was doubting whether anything could follow the dance, you see, so I... No, we can listen to it, but we can try it that way now. There's one across the stage shot of you, me and Mike, which is, you know, I tried anything like that, it was just the three of us. I mean, he looks like no beard, Dandini, you know, with the flowing robes. I've got these flares out here, and you look the same.
Exactly the same.
The kind of thing we used to make the evening papers. There's this picture as well, which I think you scan these and presumably make it.
That's nice actually.
4-piece at Churchfield Road, haven't you? I've got quite a few shots from 6 of the best.
This is 70. Yeah, right.
See, shots like that when it just happens to be the three of us. That's got everybody in it as well.
You're looking happy, aren't you?
Yeah, the other one I was hanging out the windows.
I don't have my glasses on. Is that a 6 or an 8? Must be a 6.
I have this. Oh, it's beautiful. Why are you getting the easy one? I don't know. Because I have the lower voice.
So we can't sing, can really? We are crap.
But it sounds okay here. You still managed to catch the tambourine just at the moment the song stops. It's incredible how you managed to do that.
So if you just tell me if there's particular things you don't want, or so this is at the moment where we start. I'm tucking a few more little moving bits very subtly in as well, here and there, which kind of dissolve in and out, just so there's some less obvious ones as well. And that's at the moment that's where I finish. But I've got loads of extra photos
sure you
that I
have,
can use
yeah.
as well. So.
No, I mean the ones that were I remember Mama being quite you might try Mama down.
Well, we did. Didn't we?
We didn't, but we did after you left. Because you couldn't sing very high, so they all went down.
So tonight we used to do down.
Yeah, we did. You can't go to lower than that.
Mama went down to D, that sounds pretty good.
If it makes a difference, yeah, I mean, that's the thing to do.
I mean, it will make a difference. I mean, I remember Tommy with Elton John doing Pinball Wizard. And I said, how do you do it? He said, this is like five tones down from where he recorded it. 5 tones? Yeah. He said, let's come down 5 tones from where he originally recorded it. If you listen to his voice on the original. So I don't feel... Anyway, I'm still trying to pretend I've got the same size balls as I've always had, you know, just...
Mum might want to try down anyway, because actually it was always...
What?
Mama really want to go down, actually. Mama's not going to go down.
Through it. Well, McCartney's got to change anything, apparently. He doesn't change any keys.
He doesn't change anything.
He's just singing the same keys he did.
I feel I'm near the end. Once I get past, I feel I'm near the end now. I know it's not.
It's not too bad because that
Home
drum
straight, Mama.
I wonder if
That's a chill moment for me.
I wonder if, in fact, looking at
Home
that,
straight, Mama.
just looking at that as it stands, whether
We haven't got.
those two should be the other way around. Maybe I don't know. What do you think?
No,
I mean, don't you want to
Mama's
do-
a very hot moment. I think at the end of Mama.
Yeah, but
that's
you have
nice
Mama
of
and
it.
we have a sort of go, whoa, and then he has a bit of a chat before him by the sea.
Well, I think that looks good, but let's try it. Mama's a very hot moment always, you know what I mean?
It went a little bit out of time, you know, at the very end.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I turned it off there. Well, we're kind of in time. We do ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da da off da 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 da. You did into the verse, into that.
Right.
Haha.
After the first chorus where I played something coming out.
Yeah, there's something like that.
Yeah, you did a different. Ba-da.
Right.
There was one fill that.
There is one like that.
Yeah, I think there's a place where I didn't play. I played a different fill instead of that, and I think that's what I'm trying to get straight with it. It should have been one of those.
Yeah, there is one.
Okay, so I did this one. I know if I missed one, I know where it is.
Okay.
I figured.
It's into the beginning of the end.
Right. The instrument, sort of like the.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're talking the same place.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So,
So, so we did the middle bit like that. Ha ha ha.
right.
Don't go back, don't go. Ha ha. Ba da da da. It's hot. Hot. And then let the pain go. 'Cause I can't hold you, mama. This is so hard. Don't go.
Yeah, that's the one I was wondering about. Okay.
That's kind of the peak of the whole thing. Funny, I went out of time in the same place. I went out of time in the same place. And it's a vocal thing, and I'm just doing something that sort of clashes and I lose the drum machine.
So I brought Nikolai up to speed with where we were with the pyro. I said it's good, it's impressive, he's done everything he's been asked to do, and now we're just finding
we just
ways
need to find what we're going to do with it.
I think Mama is a perfect song for
Yeah, you know,
flames.
it just feels that it might be a little bit more subtle, a bit more connected with the screen and with the performance.
So would
You've got all the red on the screen already, and it goes ha ha ha, and it goes right in front of the girl. It sort of makes more of a theatrical connection.
Yeah, could be.
This is just just to try the flames because Phil hasn't seen them. Okay, here we go.
It's hot, isn't it?
Make it all red, Dave.
It's fire. Can you do jumps and drag?
So I reiterate, Nikolai, you've done a really good job and we think your flames are amazing. We're just not sure if it's for us, but it's good work. So Mike, very quickly, let's do this. I think we should make a call about this flame thing because there's a lot of different things that are dependent on it and practical things. And
Do you mean flame or everything? Or just flame?
No, let's start. Let's just do them one by one. Flame. I think the flame we're struggling to find somewhere for, and I think it's the one thing that could be considered hokey in an otherwise.
Let's lose it.
I'm fine with that. I think we should lose that. And in terms of the other fireworks, I think we should let them build a time to the music. I think it's okay.
Maybe there's one or two more things still to find, aren't there?
Yeah. Goodness, we're 4 days
So
in.
the,
20, we're in a good shape.
And we need to get this Mama look right.
Maurice, could you ask Munchie to stand in the middle of the stage by the red light?
Don't take it away.
If you have one of those little things, just you could kind of Velcro it to the microphone at the beginning of the song.
Little mag light, and they flood out quite well.
It doesn't have to be powerful as long as the camera, the racks are ready to wrap it open just before the.
Let me go and do it because I always go lower and I work it. You know.
Can you make it yellow? And tell the cameraman to go in really close. You know,
as close as you can get with the camera. Can you make the
Can you make it full screen? Polarise it.
Well, that's treated.
It's good. But I still don't quite know how you get Phil's face all across the screen because his face is kind of, it's the wrong shape unless you elongate it and make him look funny.
But look here, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that. So you're like this, my mouth is dark, right?
No, your mouth's low. Come down.
A little bit lower. I'm going to look right at the camera, so we know you've got to look at the camera. If I did it like this. Side. Just better. Side. What we need is a monitor here so he can practice.
Blue girls come in every side.
You're already good at this. When you do this, then you know it's.
That's not gonna make, is it?
It sounds a bit too much. Do it as sort of throwaway spoken like Neil Diamond or something. You know?
Alright, start it late and do it quickly.
Blue girls come in every side. Some are wise and some are wise. They got pretty blue eyes. And the face in the water looks up. She shakes her head as if to say that if the blue girls have all gone away, sail away, away. The ripples come back, come to the other side, sail away, the ripples never come back, go to the bottom, go to the top, see where they've gone, sail away, this side.
Did you play the bass notes from the beginning of the second half of that thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't really hear you. That was all.
Did you go a bit lost at one point?
One chord I got wrong. Sometimes there's one chord I keep. Why?
I wouldn't worry about what happened before.
It all seems a bit rigid, you know. I feel you're not kind of expressing yourself.
I'm not expressing myself at all, Tony.
I feel you're kind of like expressing Daryl.
I wouldn't. Yeah, he's getting.
Well, he won't bring the fucking thing for me to listen to. If you brought it,
But I don't think it's.
then I'd listen to it. But I've got nothing to listen to. All I've got is the old version, which is, you know, another world.
I sort of feel it's irrelevant. I mean, I sort of feel we're here now. The end choruses.
Do whatever occurs to you.
You know, I kind of. If you were
I
doing,
don't even know where the course ends.
I don't get it.
I can't even say I just do one chorus because it just goes on one.
Sort of cycle.
Sail away, away, ripples never come back. Gone to the other side. Look into the pool. Ripples never come back. Dive to the bottom and go to the top. See where they're going. They've gone to the other side. Ripples never come back.
Well, it doesn't repeat itself. It does cops out a bit, repeats itself. But I think what that stops is not really important here. And that's sort of when you start to cruise around a bit, it's quite nice.
You got it. You got it. Bring it. I'll listen to it.
Just sounds like you've sort of been
in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So no live version of the 7?
I mean, there may be a live DVD version of this. I have a DVD version on that extras thing.
I've heard something.
But anyway, you know, I just can't work out.
What did we do on the album? The album didn't. What did the album do? Did the album end? It didn't it? The album did actually. Yeah. So what did you?
What did the album do?
I think it did end with the way we're doing it now. What?
It feels very sensitive, a bit like, you know, it's very delicate. Something goes
sensitive? Oh, fucking say it's sensitive.
Well, the beginning, you mean?
The song, you know what I mean?
Well, it's up to you.
It's a delicate
because
little...
he's singing quite low, he's sort of, you know, but I think it's... It is delicate. Yeah, this is what we used to be. We used to be delicate, sensitive people. Just because we're no longer that way, it's irrelevant.
Yeah!
It can obviously go down, yeah.
I don't want to be sitting here.
It is down, of course, from the album.
Is it?
Only a semitone.
Only a semitone.
Not very much. Given Elton John.
Yeah.
In 1993 they were about here. Just loading them off the cart now.
I mean, it might be worth taking it down because you should be able to ease on the signal.
I don't see any reason why it shouldn't sound okay.
From day one.
If it really... Well, no, we've already taken down a semitone from the album, right?
Yeah, but that's not very far. Yeah, given the songs have gone down.
What have we got?
What am I doing? What am I doing?
We could go up a bit. I mean, okay, well, we can try.
I would actually, I've been thinking of, just because of the way I think, I guess, but throwing it all away, to have us on throwing it all away kind of infers negative things. Throwing it all away.
See. So you don't want it though?
Well, I wanted it, so I thought it was going to be, originally it was Follow Me, but then you said you had some other ideas already. So out of the two, I think I Know What I Like is more nostalgia.
And that's all right, because I think, you know, you could almost look like throwing it all away. It could be a bit of a forget the screens, everything, because you've got Mama, which is heavy screens, you've got Domino, which is very heavy screens. We've got Ripples now too, which at the moment.
So it could be us in the audience.
It's a nice bit.
Kind of suggests
throwing it all away would be lighting an audience.
I think so.
It's nice.
It's just
an audience mode.
Most of the song is call and response. Right?
That's right.
It's audience mode. I think that's when you can get the audience.
You can do a big audience on the screen, yeah.
But obviously we do have, because Ripples is there as well now, but we have got two pretty strong visual numbers on either side of it. So.
Well, just that would be very impressive across 200 feet.
As opposed to 6 inches there.
This is real spider.
6 inches would be impressive.
That's what they tell you.
Yes, it could be a great Spinal Tap moment.
Yeah, you said it would be big. Well, you've got the 16-inch.
City, isn't it? Beirut.
And I said Beirut was always my...
Huh?
Beirut was where it's supposed to be set, really. That's part of the song. Yeah. I imagine a guy in a Beirut hotel, you know, it was after the first time all the bombs were dropping.
This is the new rebuilt Beirut.
Yes, it is actually a little bit flash, isn't it?
It's how we see it, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you go to Beirut?
No, I've never been there.
Oh. Why did you say it in Beirut?
Just because it was it was the time, it was where the war was, it was, you know, all these things that were going on. Causing such misery to people in Beirut.
There's lots of wars everywhere.
I know, but it was that particular day, it was Beirut I was thinking of, you know.
Okay, fine. The vortex thing didn't work where it was. You know,
Phil being in it. Yeah, I don't think Phil. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have him in it.
I had a thought. How about Rory filming him somewhere else and then putting him into the vortex?
Well, I thought that was
much bigger image.
Yeah,
you could either do it on stage or backstage. I mean,
I would leave the stage. It's a bit odd.
Except if he's static, you have the control. I don't think there's anything wrong with him going back. You just
it's worth a try, I think. The idea of him just on the screen and nowhere else, because everyone will be looking for him. Where is he?
In the vortex.
Lights can be an issue.
But you know,
we could light him real fine.
He looks too small apart from everything else.
Tried to find a bigger one, but couldn't do it.
One size.
Yeah, they only had that size at the time.
That size, by the way.
Well, for as long as I can remember, literally since Chester's been in the band and we started doing these drum duets, the only way we found that we could just sort of work them out, it was always done pretty late in rehearsal stages, you know, but was for him to come to my room, me to go to his room, and we'd sit opposite each other and play opposite each other with a chair or a stool or whatever was, you know, whatever sounded pretty good and was easy to play on. And we would record it and we'd listen back to it and we'd say, that bit works, so what was that? What were you doing? And then we'd play it and then, okay, we'll try to write it down in a way that we could remember it. And every tour we did that. And so this tour we decided to apply the same kind of approach. And we were sitting there in my room in Brussels, and we left it a little bit late. I mean, it's always left till last because I don't think either of us really want to approach it because we're scared about what we're going to do. But we started playing on this, you know, Chester set up my computer so we could record it, and we started playing on the stool, leather stool, and it sounded great.
All right, then you're gonna open up a. Once you close that, okay, so go to track, up there at the top, go to track, and new track, and it's going to be a real instrument. Okay, and
Googles?
Yeah, because it's going to be the mic, the built-in mic. So I think there's somewhere you can see the signal on there. But
Oh man.
And when we played it back, with the compression of the microphone in the computer, it actually sounded very powerful. It didn't sound like just guys playing on a stool. And I remember saying, wouldn't it be interesting if we could actually do this, you know, like do what we're doing now, you know, and feel free enough to keep it loose so that we have landmarks, but we don't actually write it, you know, we don't actually mentally remember everything. We just have landmarks. Maybe I do, and he knows we're going to change to something. Or he does the same and we change, you know. So there's a lot of things after playing so many years together that you kind of, you use to the benefit. And one of those is instinctively knowing when someone's going to do something. So the first day we did it, even with one stool, you know, the idea, although it's stomped territory, it is genuinely the way we've been doing it for like 30 years, Chester and I. So I feel like we might have always been, almost have been there, slightly ahead of stomp, but you know, playing on things and getting a sound happening. But everybody was very enthusiastic. I came back and said to them, the stool idea, what about that? You know, and everyone said, oh, that looks like it could work. Yeah, we just need to get a better stool. You know, so getting over that hurdle was kind of a big thing, getting the thumbs up. Because, you know, it's a little bit, if nobody had liked it, then I don't think we would have ended up doing it, because you've got to have people's enthusiasm, you know.
Yeah, I can't hear whatever melodies are going on in there.
You can't hear me at all, you mean?
No, no.
I painted with the melodies on my drums.
I don't know if it's keyboards or melodies, or keyboards or guitars, but there's some bits that go on at the end. I'm not hearing. Before that seemed really quiet when we were playing, though. It seemed, I mean, I hear it now.
It's so loud, you guys.
Oh, sorry, I'm really loud.
They probably they have to bring drums down or something.
Yeah, I'd stick to drums.
It's not what? I forgot about all those. Yeah, we got to get all of those in.
We don't have to do all of them. Some of them are a bit ricky. Some of them were a bit ricky-ticky for the sake of it, you know. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. I think we just go back to groove orientated with some, you know, those things. It doesn't have to be a period piece, you know what I mean? There he goes, bam, bam, blah, bam, bam, bam.
If we do Los Endos, you said, oh, and if we do Los Endos, we could end with the big fireballs there.
Try it, just try it.
It's a little bit more complicated than that, in that we sent them home yesterday and took them all down.
Then don't try it. It's nothing.
Thank God.
It's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Just a little better.
They all went to the monastery yesterday.
You set it all up again. Have a look at it and say.
Have they all gone? Have they all gone completely, or just?
No, just the guys with this.
So we're pots.
English. First they want to fire, then they don't want to fire.
I think we scares them.
Patrick, I mentioned about Los Endos, right?
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't know the song, like he's not, you know, doesn't know art.
Who are we talking about?
Los Endos.
Oh, Patrick, yeah.
He was, he thought that the personal audience contact of Invisible Touch.
Yeah. And that's been my inclination is Invisible Touch to end. There's also something slightly, I know we've done it many times, but some of the drum duet coming just on that last song, it's a bit like we're all starting all off stage just before the final number. It's a bit strange that, isn't it? Whereas if it happens earlier on, it's easier.
Alright, well let's do that. Let's just do the way we
What key are we doing invisible touching these days? Are we invisible touch, are we down a semitone or a tone? You in D. From the album. The album's written in F, isn't it? Invisible touch. And we're now in D, so we're down a 1.5. 1.5 from the original.
It was the end of show kind of key.
Are you going to join us in that key?
Do you want to try this bit of invisible touch just to sort of check whether this guy's any good? What's that? Just the sequence bit. See if it's in time. We'll see if I can play that time.
Did a little bit. You have to redo it.
Oh,
It's only a bit.
invisible touch.
We don't use the whole thing, just I just wanted that bit. It's got to be check the tempo.
So basically, then you.
Anyway, I'll do with that, won't it?
Yeah. Can you wind, when you get it in, can you wind it forward to invisible touch? Just wind it forward to invisible touch. And we're only going to play a bit of it, so it doesn't matter where it starts, as long as it's in invisible touch.
I'm not supposed to know that's what I do, you know? Well, it's more like it was this, isn't it? That's like it was in the album. Now, what I've got, okay, is if I get the first one in time, I can stay on it. If I'm a bit out of time, I can play the second one. I've got it so that if I'm in time, I can stay on the first one, right? Then if I'm out of time, I go on to the second one. If I'm then in time, I can stay to the end. If I'm out of time, I go on to the third one. I do each time. So hopefully, you know. 4 shots, you know. Just the chorus. The chorus before.
The colour's nice.
Is that's me telling you, right? And then Chester.
I'll give it a double up on there.
But just you and Mike again, just as if it's supposed to be Darren and Chester.
Maybe the colours should be on cues rather than a sequence, wouldn't it?
Of course, there wasn't. They weren't on it. I was thinking of the cover actually, because you can't make the cover.
Patrick, maybe the we should have a bit where we've got one on just green.
I think perhaps to make them look like Mike takes it rather
the colours are on a loop, aren't they?
Yeah.
Coloured versions? Yeah, we've got them separate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that might be a fun one.
Because I was thinking, it doesn't look like Darryl, right? Because it isn't, because it's in. Because you use him twice. He's quite identifiable, is it too late?
It's not too late, it's a challenge to do it. To shoot him in sequence.
No, not to shoot him, but just to have not him twice.
Why don't you just, what about just making him smaller?
I think it looks like Chester, doesn't it? Who's supposed to be?
I thought I was Chester.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
but it looks like 2 mics, is what you're saying.
Why don't we could squash him down?
Can't you just do something with Mike?
You can do something to him, because otherwise it
I think just make it look exactly the same. If that's probably you've got to do it on everything you've done. Is that a problem? I mean, that probably is a problem.
No. It's just an element.
Okay, just try and make the 2 people look just so they don't look like they're
maybe it's small on the second one.
Yeah, I just
probably once you get this sort of
second one and
too much. Some of these you wouldn't have to worry about. It's
squashed or whatever.
It's all fun stuff, actually.
It's all fun. Well, I don't think you wouldn't probably use the men until the first chorus anyhow. You know, so you've got plenty to play with here, I think.
Sure.
How low? No, this one. How low? Much lower are we doing it now? I can't dance.
It's down to 1.5 tones.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we took it down. That's what we did. I think that's what we did last time with you, isn't it?
I'm just worried because I was, even when we fixed it, we thought we fixed it. It took a while to settle, and it was really out of tune before I stopped.
Tone up, and it's just the voice factor, you know.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
well, I'm just thinking that.
Think about it. Well, okay, the moment the high note is a G, right? Originally on the original record was a B flat. Okay, so you know your own voice really. So a G is pretty much okay. It's sort of when you get up to a G sharp like that, relentlessly through a song. I don't know what you feel, really. Yeah, you can talk about it. We can try it to semitone up and see what.
We should definitely
it's
try
not
it.
For me. I mean, it's not for any of us.
Anyway.
All right, we're going to have a sandwich. Before I go.
Normally, when
it's a hit and run song. It's a great idea to finish with it. Vocally, it's.
You mean?
Well, it relies on harmonies and it relies on sort of my
falsetto vocal.
What does?
That song.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and if you know the end of a 2 hour show, it depends how much voice you got. I mean, I have no idea what's going to be.
Well, I mean, obviously, I can hopefully get the chorus to sing along. Chorus, what do they call the audience? So long as they
You boys out there.
Yeah, those guys.
They're still called an audience. Hasn't changed that much.
Right. Could do it. Actually, because peak for me as well.
I was thinking actually, I mean, I'd love it actually. But vocally, if you're at all, you know what I mean, at the end of the night.
I feel it's very doubtful I'll be able to see it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that actually.
Is it doubtful you're able to sing it?
Well, you know, it's very high. The whole thing's high.
You know the
first 2 verses are low, but after
I know it is, yeah.
Think of a normal set, right? You know, you're doing on touch. It was kind of hoarse, but okay. You know, that worked for that song, but this is quite delicate.
Well, it goes to falsetto as well. So. I mean,
we can't go down, can we?
No, I mean,
or it's not like that.
Key.
Yeah.
Key.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you could change the key.
Yeah, we try. I mean, it's worth.
I've changed the key. I'm actually playing that key anyhow because it's easy.
I changed the key. Yeah.
I can see. Yeah, I can. It maybe.
What is it? You want to give us an example? There's only one direction in the faces that I see, and it's upward to that ceiling where the chamber's said to be. How the forest fights, sunlight takes root in every tree. They are pulled up by the magnet, believing they're free. The carpet crawlers. He the caller, you gotta get in to get out. You gotta get in to get out. You gotta get in to get out. The porcelain mannequin with shattered skin fear, and the eager pack lift up their pictures. They carry all the light. Liquid has congealed, we just sit out through the crack, and the tickle it takes is stickle back. Yeah, we should try it.
When did you come off Tony on the last one? You know, to get out.
Well, I was stopped really because for some reason or other I just find that one.
To get
I sort of drop. I could do the penultimate and then come very quickly off the last note.
I'm just saying the last one was a bit slow. The very last one.
Yeah, all right.
We should look at it. We'll look at get a thing with Phil.
We should all do those lights should just on that little bit.
Yeah, it's nice. And I'm not singing on the breakdown.
Doesn't matter if I sing the last one on my own though.
Breakdown.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you sing.
To get I'll just do the. You do the. I mean,
you know, I agree because it's quite hard to get it all us two.
But the breakdown's fine. You just sing normal. You've got to have it there.
Okay, I will sing. But I'm doing that, man. I'm doing all this on the.
Well, you were faded out by then. To get out. You can.
Yeah. Come on. No, you meant the early breakdown. You meant the early one.
The early breakdown.
But I forgot to stop singing then, but I will do.
I think one should sing, and there's no reason not to.
So who's going to sing on that last one? You may not.
The very last note, unless I might just go for another position.
But you will, darling. You will sing.
But I mean,
I will sing. I'll probably sing in the end. It's just I don't know.
It's always to be asked. I should tell you what, the key down is great.
It's much easier to sing.
It's so much.
You do your homework?
I said I was going to do it by today.
When do you, I mean, don't tell me yesterday, when do you actually need these pieces by for the programme?
Look, They need to print the programs in time for Helsinki. Just work it out for yourself.
It's traditional for our programs never to make the first
that's
show.
why it would be nice.
For once, we're going to make Helsinki. 3 of you could write a paragraph. It'd be jolly useful to have it by tomorrow.
Yeah, a paragraph. That's what I thought. He suddenly came to me with a page and a half.
No,
I got
shit,
page and a half. You know, 2.5 pages. I got a page and a half.
Just a little bit.
What are we talking about? You know, they can be that much or they can be that. I mean,
on Microsoft,
I've books when there's paragraphs go over about 3 or 4 pages, you know. We're writing like why we're doing this, or what it means to us to do this, or we just write.
Is it about Genesis, or about the tour, or about what the fuck you want to say?
It's kind of what it means to us. Like I mean, what it means to us, and why we're doing this.
Why we decided to do it.
How good it feels.
How we feel about it.
What it's meant to you in your life.
Regretting it. Okay.
Guido's now not coming until the 4th, till the rehearsal day. I've put the programme back, not selling it in Helsinki.
Oh right, you're not
Herning.
Good, traditional not selling.
So I talked to David this morning. I said, look, how many programmes are we going to sell in Herning and Helsinki?
I got your piece. That was nice. Yeah, I've done mine, but I couldn't send it to him. I sent it to Mark Smith.
I actually, started fiddling with it a little bit, but I think it's just because a couple of words I thought might be better.
Well, look at mine. Any comments? There's nothing in stone.
You do your homework?
I haven't done it yet. I've done a lot of other homework. I've done all the edits on the book. I told you that. And
I saw Phil's one. He was here, isn't he?
Phil did his homework last night.
I saw Phil's one. Apparently, Mike has done his too.
Has he?
Yeah, he said he sent it to you.
So demerit for you then.
Morning.
Thanks. Demerit.
I'm bad boy. I'm very happy to be
Take 100 lines.